Hi, I'm John Robinson. I'm the head professional here at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort in sunny Longboat Key, Florida. I'd like to talk to you today, for those of you hitting a one-handed backhand, about the use of your non-hitting arm, your left hand. Most players today use that left hand on their racket all the time. They'll use it in their ready position to help them cradle the racket. It actually, your left hand on your one-handed backhand is going to help you make your grip change, and it's going to help you take the backswing. And if it's used properly, it'll even help you make your follow-through. Let me demonstrate that. You'd first start off with your left hand high on the racket so that it would help you make the grip change as you started to take it back. Secondly, when you took your left hand and you use your left arm properly, it'll help you take the racket back and get the shoulder turn necessary to hit the one-handed backhand. After you take the racket back behind you and you do get the racket completely turned and the shoulders turned, you're going to be able to use your left arm, like most of the players today that hit a one-handed backhand do, to actually spread the arms out. You'll see them doing this when they hit, and the arms will actually separate together. So as you start to swing forward with the right arm, that left arm's going to go back together and separate. That'll keep your shoulders in line. What you want to have the feeling of is that you're trying to touch your shoulder blades. You're trying to actually touch your shoulder blades together when you hit that one-handed backhand. Try that tip, and I hope it works for you on your one-hander.
Quebec. What I'd like to talk to you about today is a little bit about how to prepare on the forehand side. Now, the dynamics of the game have changed so much. The dynamics meaning the speed of the balls are much faster, the court surfaces are quicker, the construction of the frames produce that much power, the resiliency of the strings are made that much better. 10 years ago, on the forehand side, you used to be able to get away with allowing for a shoulder turn as soon as you perceive the ball coming to your forehand side. That's no longer the case. Now, because the speed is so great, you have to be able to have the skill of opening the wrist up. Opening the wrist. And once you've got the skills of opening the wrist, then you can make the decision, depending on the ball speed, whether to continue and have the shoulder turn around, get sideways towards the ball, allow the racket head to drop underneath the ball, adjust the feet, and stroke through. This technique will also help you on balls that are coming extremely quick, because if the first thing that you do is open the wrist and the ball's either traveling very fast in the air and landing at your feet, or landing closer in the court and accelerating quick at you, you've got your racket head prepared and center to work from contact to follow through. If you've got the time, again, by preparing the wrist first, you simply allow the racket to continue, allow the shoulders to turn, rotate, contact to follow through. A lot of the times, if you've only got a shoulder turn to initiate your forehand, unfortunately you're going to be late for a lot of ground strokes. Again, what I suggested was you open the wrist up, judge the ball, and then be able to make a decision whether to bring the racket back. Open the wrist, allow the racket to come back. Open the wrist, allow the racket to come back. Okay, one more time. Open the wrist. Have a wonderful day. We hope to see you at Grey Rock sometime.
Hi, I'm John Robinson. I'm the head professional, tennis professional here at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort in Longboat Key, Florida. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the coin and the racket, and what it hopefully will teach you is the balance in the racket frame when you hit. You want to be able to have the ability to take a coin and keep it on the frame of your racket throughout your entire swing. You want to try to keep the coin on there in the backswing and hopefully not let it drop off the racket. If you want to make sure as you prepare for your shot that the coin doesn't fall backwards off the racket. As a matter of fact, if it does anything at all, the coin should fall forward off the racket in your backswing and in your point of contact. As you come up into your follow-through, it should feel as if that coin is dropping off the racket. That'll help you to hit a little bit of topspin on the ball and help you to generate a little bit of pace on your shots without really knocking them long and sailing them past the baseline. So if you can work on your forehand where you're not losing that coin off the back of the racket, and you can take that coin and make it fall forward off the racket, and even as you come into your follow-through, it falls forward off the racket, that'll help you generate the pace and the topspin you need on the ball. Hopefully you'll have good fun trying this little trick and enjoy tennis. Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm John Robinson, the head professional here at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort in sunny Longboat Key, Florida. Today I'd like to work with you on a technique called the point and catch. This is to help you rotate your shoulders and turn them back and turn them through in sequence. Okay, so my demonstration. Most players today, when they hit their forehand, will turn back by pointing their hand out, and that'll help them turn their body around. That'll get you far enough away from the ball to take a good swing at it. But a lot of players on the follow-through, or actually on the swing of the ball, they won't complete the shoulder turn and they'll end up freezing out that side. Okay, a good little demonstration of how to let the shoulders release would be to take an extra racket and just attach it to the other shoulder, and instead of the forehand looking like so, we want to have the forehand and the shoulders moving together in sequence so that you have that release of your right side. Okay, so to demonstrate with a ball, you want to be able to turn away from the ball and also turn through the ball and have the shoulders equally moving together, right? And turn through the ball, okay? And that's a good tip to try to get your shoulders to release on your forehand. Try to move those rackets. Hi, I'm John Robinson, the head professional here at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort in Longboat Key, Florida. I'd like to talk to you today about something called grip pressure. Often we don't know quite how hard we should be holding onto our tennis racket, and a lot of times we have a tendency to overgrip the racket. And whenever you overgrip the racket, it has a tendency to freeze out all the large muscles in your body from working, and you have a tendency to hit too much with just your hand. And I have a device here today called a swing trainer. It's actually a tone trainer, and if you're gripping the racket too tightly, it'll actually beep on you, and you can hear that constant beep on the racket. A lot of times we'll give this to a client here to hit some balls, and they'll get out on the court and be surprised that as soon as they hold and grab the racket, it starts to do this. And actually, in actuality, when you hit a tennis ball, you really only want to hear the sound of this as you come into the ball and hit, and when you follow through, there is no sound. So actually the only amount you apply a little grip pressure to your swing is just as you're making contact to the ball. You shouldn't hear your beep, and you shouldn't be squeezing that racket tightly in the backswing. Okay, so I hope you lighten up your grip pressure and enjoy some tennis.
Keep the hand in front. Excellent. Think of a karate chop. It's the same movement. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hello, I'm Rick Macy, Director of Tennis at the Macy International Tennis Academy here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to do is explain a little bit on the backhand volley. Many times when we teach, we learn by association. We like the students to think of another analogy to maybe get them to establish the feeling. The best tip that I can give on the backhand volley, it's similar to a karate chop. Most people can take that arm and kia, kia, and they can make a karate chop motion. It's the same thing, except you put the racket in your hand, it's the exact same motion. It's a little high to low, it's short, it's simple, and it's compact. Obviously, we want to make contact in front, but the key is it's like a karate chop. When I see people do that, I'll say, was that a karate chop? And they'll say no. And I say, well, show me a karate chop. And they'll go like that. I put the racket in their hand, they do the karate chop, they feel what it's like to punch the ball, to jab the ball, to really get that shoulder turn. Because that's a big factor. If you turn that shoulder, you're going to be off to a good start. So remember, you want a better backhand volley? Think karate chop. If you want to play better tennis, enjoy it, have fun, and have a great day. Nice shoulder turn. That's it. Keep it simple. That's it. Short little punches, short little punches. Shoulder turn. Beautiful. Again. That's it. That's what we're looking for. Beautiful. Turn the shoulder. Very nice. No excessive movement. That's it. Keep your hands in front. Excellent. Yourself aware of your balance. That's it. That's it. Hello, I'm Rick Macci, director of the Macci International Tennis Academy here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to discuss a little bit is just your overall balance on the tennis court. I feel balance is probably the single most important key factor, especially for a lot of the top juniors that I work with. What I like to stress is every time you hit a ground stroke, pretend you got a cup of water on your head. If you can swing that racket, and after you've hit that shot, if you didn't spill that water, you've probably hit a pretty good shot. So many times, because we got to run and twist and contort, and we're going up and back and side to side, and you're shaking and baking, you're moving all over the place, it's hard to maintain balance. But it all starts with awareness. When you execute a stroke, be aware of how you're balanced. Be aware. Don't look at the pros on TV. The level they're at, they're throwing their whole body in there, and they've learned how to control their body. Okay? They are balanced, even though they might not look that way. But at the beginning level or intermediate level, the club level, keep that cup of water on your head, keep your stroke as smooth as possible, and after you hit it, let's see if you're wet. Okay? If you're wet, you probably weren't on balance. Get out there and practice, and remember, have a great day, and think of the cup of water. Very good. That's all right. It fell off afterwards. The main thing with this little tip, you really keep yourself aware of your balance. That's it. That's it. That's okay. Let's try another one. That's what it's all about, balance. Try to think you got something on your head. Swing. Super. Super. Practice makes perfect. You just keep practicing. Excellent job. Enjoy it. You're going to concentrate a lot better. That's a great job. Super job. Hello everybody, I'm Rick Macci, Director of Tennis of the Macci International Tennis Academy here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to do a little bit today is talk to you about concentration. You know, I've had the opportunity to work with numerous players, some of the best juniors in the world, some of the best pros, and obviously the mental game is key. I think the most important aspect of concentrating is you got to enjoy what you're doing. You got to have fun, you have to have a lot of energy. If your intensity level's high, it's going to be a lot easier to concentrate. It's going to be a lot easier to focus. The tough thing is when you're making mistakes or someone's out there beating up on you a little bit, it's easy to get frustrated. It's easy to lose that focus. And I feel that's the biggest challenge that everybody has that plays this game. No matter how athletic you are, it's a challenge to try to stay cool, to try to stay calm, and enjoy yourself. If you're having fun, it's going to be a lot easier to concentrate. Now, there's little tips like watch the ball or there's certain little things you can put in your head. But what I'd like to do is have you just focus on, if you keep it fun, believe me, you're going to be able to concentrate and play your best. Now, let's get out there and work on this and have a great day. What I want to do is work a little bit on your concentration. I think you get upset too easy. I think you got to enjoy yourself a lot more, and I need the energy a lot more higher. Take your forehand down the line. I don't care if it goes in the corner or in the net. I want you to have a lot of high energy and keep having fun. I want you to smile, enjoy hitting the ball. That's it. No, don't worry if it goes in or out. Just swing and be very relaxed. Good. I'm checking out your face. I don't care if you miss it. I don't care if you make it. Relax a little bit. A little bit. Come in. Now, I read that one coming. That person's waiting. Hello, I'm Rick Macci, Director of Tennis here at the Macci International Tennis Academy in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to go over today is the drop shot. The key to hitting the drop shot, and a lot of people really don't understand this, is disguise, okay? Is disguise. Sure, you got to know when to hit it and how to hit it, but we look at players that can disguise it. If you can make it look like you're going to hit a ground stroke, if it looks like you're really going to pump the ball, then all of a sudden you can change channels and just soften the racket. That holds your opponent, that keeps your opponent back, and they get a late jump on the ball. Now, when to drop shot? Obviously, when the ball is short and you have an approach shot and you feel you can do anything else, I think the percentages are in your favor to maybe try the drop shot, okay? But not when you're way back there at the fence. So on a short ball, you can come in and hit that drop shot. But the key is disguise. I'd rather see you miss a lot of them and have great disguise than make them without the disguise. So remember, use the drop shot, especially if you want to bring that opponent forward, but disguise. That's the name of the game. Have a great day and get out there and practice those drop shots. Very nice. That's what we want. Come in hard like you're going to pump it. That's it. Soft. I like for you to miss it in the net. I really like it in the net because that shows me you got good feel. Look like you're going to be aggressive. That's it. Open the face just a little bit. Come in. Now, I read that one coming. That person's waiting. That's it. That's it. Even give it a little facial expression. You got to grit your teeth a little. That's it. They'll pick up on all this. Come in hard. Okay, they got this one, though. You better get it. Close. Close faster. Close. Don't wait for the ball. Go get it. 7, 7. Here we go. Number 8. Close, close. That's it. Quick feet. Hello, I'm Rick Macey, Director of Tennis at the Macey International Tennis Academy here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to talk about is getting in shape. You know, you might be getting those strokes under control and you might be concentrating a lot better, but if you get winded, you get tired, it's all going to fall out the window. What I suggest for anybody that wants to play is work into this slowly, okay? You might do some light jogging, you know, some hundreds, some 200s, some 440s or a mile run, but work into whatever you do slowly, okay? Build up that stamina. Now, if you want to improve the quickness a little bit, start jumping the rope kind of lightly, okay? Do some starts and stops where you run from line to line. But everything you do, you want to do gradually. You want to build up that foundation, because if the foundation's strong, then you're going to be able to stay in there and play longer points and tougher points. And you know as well as I do, tennis is a game of who can hang in there and not make those mistakes. So if the mind goes and the body goes because you're tired, you're going to be in trouble. So what I'd like to see you do, let's get out there, let's get in a little bit of shape by doing some running, jumping ropes, and most of all, have fun and have a great day. 4, here's a tough one. Close. Oh, don't let it hit. Hurry up. Come on. Quickness. Move your feet. Move your feet. Here we go. 6, keep your feet moving. That's it. Close. Close faster. Close. Don't wait for the ball. Go get it. 7, 7. Here we go. Number 8. Close, close. That's it. Quick feet. Number 9. Come on. Hustle, hustle. Number 10. Last one. Close. Turn and spin. That's a great job. It's a great drill to work on your quickness, and you'll definitely get in better shape. Oh, how the face opens up. Open it up. That's it. And keep it short and simple. Much better grip. Lay your wrist back a little bit. Hello, I'm Rick Macey, Director of Tennis at the Macey International Tennis Academy here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to do is explain a little bit about the grip on the forehand volley. A lot of the players I work with, there's many different grips on the ground strokes, but at the net, all the coaches here are real specific. There's really one way that we teach you to hold that racket, and that's with a continental grip. What we want you to do, we want you to put that hand, almost like you're shaking hands with someone, then move it a little bit. Move it a little bit to your left, okay? So there's actually a V right down the center of the handle. What happens to the racket then when you're in this position is you're in a position where you can put a little backspin on the ball, okay? The face naturally opens. The biggest mistake that we see is a lot of players try to hit the ball a little too flat. Now, once you have this grip, it's much, much easier to handle the low balls, and as we all know, those low ones are the tough ones, and that's where your opponent's going to put them. So let's try the continental grip, okay? Try it, and the key is stick with it. You want to stick with it. Everything takes persistence. You want to stick with it. Now, what I want you to do is get out there, work on the continental grip, and have a great day. Okay, we got to go to that continental grip. The main thing I want you to do, instead of being here, let's move that hand right there, so when the racket hits the ball, it's going to be a little more open. Let's try a few. You'll see exactly what I mean, especially on some of these low ones. See, when the ball's low, how the face opens up? Open it up. That's it. And keep it short and simple. Much better grip. Lay your wrist back a little bit. Excellent. This is a continental grip. You can feel the difference. Feet on me. That's it. Super. Time your split because you don't know which way it's going. That's it. See, you weren't caught off balance. Hello, I'm Rick Macy, Director of Tennis at the Macy International Tennis Academy here in Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to talk about a little bit is just your overall movement on the court. The key is it starts from a great ready position. You got to be on your toes, you got to have a low center of gravity, but you got to feel comfortable. Don't force your ready position. Just feel comfortable, be on your toes, feel very, very relaxed. Right before your opponent hits the ball, we want to make sure that you split. Right before contact, I want a little hop. I want a little unweighting of your body. Take a split right before contact. That way you're going to be able to move left or right. The worst thing you can do is be flat-footed on contact and then you get a late jump. You want to be quicker, you want to be faster, you got to be smarter. And the way to be smarter is to time your split step. Right before contact, split, and you can react either way. And remember, if you have a good ready position, it's going to be a lot easier to do everything. What I want you to do most of all, have a lot of fun playing, have a great day. A stroke, go ahead and go get it. Ready? Split, very nice. Very nice. Again, split, good. You get that split down, you're going to get out of the blocks a lot quicker. Excellent. Nice flowing movement to the ball. Super. Ready? Split. Okay, just checking you out. Ready? All right, good. A lot of times the people cheat on me. That's it. Super. Time your split because you don't know which way it's going. That's it. See, you weren't caught off balance. Time your split. Very nice. Now move your feet as fast as you can. Fast as you can. Yeah, keep them moving. Keep them moving. One more time. As many as you can. All right. Hello, I'm Rick Macy, Director of Tennis at the Macy International Tennis Academy here in Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to help you with today is hitting that overhead smash on a windy day. One of the best things that I can suggest is you got to move those feet. There's no question about it. Every day you got to move those feet and get in position. But when it's windy out here, you got to keep fine-tuning those feet. You got to keep adjusting to get in position because you never know at the last second. The ball's going to blow a little to the right, to the left. It's very difficult to judge the ball. So you got to keep the feet moving extra special when it's windy. Also on a windy day, if you feel the ball's too high, let the ball bounce, okay? Because the wind's going to be blowing that thing around. Let it bounce, buy some time. Believe me, it's going to make life a lot easier for you if you let it bounce and set up behind it. Obviously, every day the preparation is important to all shots. But when it's windy, you got to prepare early. If you prepare early, it's going to make it much easier to be successful. So remember, in a nutshell, on a windy day hitting those overheads, we want great preparation. Keep fine-tuning those feet, up and back, side to side, in and out. And if it's too high, let it bounce. So remember, let's get out there, have some fun, and I want you to work hard. Try a few. A lot of wind up here, a lot of feet. Just keep it moving. Take as many steps as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More than that. Get in 10 steps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. Try to work the angle. I don't need a new navel. Here we go. Very good. So in a nutshell, on a windy day, shake. Happen. Let it happen. That's all right. That's all right. Really reach up. Make yourself a little taller. Attaboy. Use that wrist. I'm Rick Macy, Director of the Macy International Tennis Academy here in Delray Beach, Florida, for many professionals, world-class juniors, and obviously vacationing adults. What I'd like to give you a few tips on is the overhead. The key on the overhead, one of the keys, is the wrist. You got to understand, to hit a good smash, that wrist has to be very loose, very flexible. What I like to tell a lot of the students, you want to dip it and flip it, okay? Bye-bye. You want this thing so loose. So many times I see people muscle the ball. They use the body way too much, or they're too stiff. Let the racket do the work. We do many exercises where I just have the student just snap balls down off the court, emphasizing the wrist. Especially as you get a little older and the motor doesn't work anymore, you got to have that wrist doing some work for you. So the key on the overhead, I want everybody to think about, keep the wrist loose because the hand holds the racket, okay? And the fingers are on the racket also. So if you have a good wrist snap, you're going to create a lot of power. So get out there, practice that overhead, emphasize the wrist. Most of all, have fun and have a great day. Attaboy. Just snap that wrist. Super, super. Sit, get sideways. Excellent. As soon as it comes, short, focus on the wrist. The wrist. Everything in the wrist. That's all I want you to focus on. Excellent. Let it happen. The harder you try, the worse you'll do. Let it happen. Let it happen. That's all right. That's all right. Really reach up. Make yourself a little taller. Attaboy. Use that wrist. Excellent. How about... That's better. Recover. Keep coming. Keep coming. Don't wait on the ball. I'm Rick Macci, Director of Tennis of the Macci International Tennis Academy here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to talk about a little bit is playing the net. Okay, a lot of people are afraid of the net. What I tell a lot of the top kids here, this net has to be your best friend. It's much easier, much easier, ladies and gentlemen, to put the ball away when you're 2 feet from the net opposed to 20 feet from the net. So the first thing you have to do is change that attitude. You gotta love to volley. You gotta love to play the net. And the key thing is, you gotta wanna move. Don't be standing up here still. Be aggressive. I'd rather see someone that's moving and shaking and baking and wanting those balls than just standing there. If you wanna buy a ticket, you can stand on the sideline. But if you wanna play the net, you gotta be aggressive. Anytime you get a short ball, anytime that ball's short, we wanna see you hit it and get in there. It's okay to get past, because every time you get past, you're learning. And the more comfortable you get up here, you're gonna get confidence. And when you have confidence, you can do anything. So the next time you get that short ball, let's get into the net. And most of all, have a great day and have a lot of fun. Thank you. Here we go. Close, recover. Close, keep coming. Don't stop. I want you to run right through it. Keep coming, keep coming. Don't stop, just keep coming. That's better. Recover, keep coming, keep coming. Don't wait on the ball. He who hesitates loses. Keep moving, keep moving. Now you're waiting on the ball. Get a little closer. Closer you are to the net, it makes life easy. Close, close. Here we go. Hang in there. Close. Couple more. We got 95 more. Here we go. Keep going. Just kidding you. Very good effort. Not bad, not bad. Picture it in your mind. See yourself hitting that target. See yourself hitting that target. Hello, I'm Rick Macci, Director of Tennis of the Macci International Tennis Academy here in beautiful sunny Delray Beach, Florida. What I'd like to discuss a little bit with you is your serve, practicing that serve. One of the things I recommend to all the adults that come to the academy or the kids is we always serve with a purpose. We don't just serve to serve the ball in the box. We set up targets, whether it be cones or cans or other balls. If you have a goal, if you have a specific target, it's going to be a lot easier to focus. And the more specific you are on your goal, it's much easier to achieve that. So when you go out and practice that serve, put some cans on the court, put some balls, put some targets. You'll be amazed of how much more challenging it is, okay? How much more of a goal that you have, and it's going to motivate you to do better. So when you practice your serve, don't just serve it in the box and be satisfied. Be specific where you're aiming, okay? Be specific. I'm serving wide to that forehand, boom, I'm going to put a can there. I'm serving down that middle, boom, I'm going to have a ball there. So when you go out and practice that serve at targets. The best way to improve. And most of all, have a lot of fun and have a great day. He likes that down the middle serve. That's it. Let that wrist snap go right to your target. It's all right? All right. If you see it in your mind, feel it, picture yourself doing it right. That's it. Really work on the mental aspect of serving. That's a good kick. Good kick. That second serve's improved already. Pushing it. You're pushing it. Show me your second serve. I want to show you what I'm talking about. So you're kind of pushing it. What I want you to do is this. What I want you to do is... Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rick Macci, Director of Tennis of the Macci International Tennis Academy here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. As you just saw, the one thing I want to talk to you about today is the second serve. Not so much from a technical point of view, but from a psychological point of view. You want to get the right emotional climate inside your body. You want to have courage. Obviously, I'd like to see you swing harder, but you're going to put more spin on the ball. But you got to get the right climate. I see many top juniors, many club players, and even professionals. They de-accelerate on the serve. I want you to swing faster. okay? And you gotta build that inside yourself. You get the right climate inside your body, and it's gonna take practice and practice. Don't even play a game. Just practice getting that racket speed. So when it counts, when it really counts in that tiebreaker, you're gonna step up there and you're gonna accelerate on that second serve. You'll have the right amount of spin, but you're gonna have the courage to have a serve that's gonna keep improving instead of one of these lollipops. Have a great day and get out there and practice that second serve. You just don't have any courage. You're pushing it. You're pushing it. Show me your second serve. I want to show you what I'm talking about. So you're kind of pushing it. What I want you to do is this. I want you to swing as hard as you can. I want you to grunt. I want you to yell. I want you to put as much energy in as you can, but hit a little more topspin. If it goes out, that's all right. I'll still be your friend, okay? Come on, be aggressive. That's it. Even though that was out, that was better. That was better. That's better. Now, remember, if you get the right climate, you have courage.
My name is Ripley Amell. I'm the director of tennis at Grey-Roxton in Mont-Tremblant, Quebec. Over the years, many players have come to me and asked me, Ripley, I want to be able to hit topspin off my backhand. So my first standard question is, well, why do you want to hit it? They usually give me the standard answer, well, I want to be able to hit topspin off a backhand because so-and-so is doing it down the road. So it's a very stylistic reason. The second reason they usually give is I want to be able to hit topspin off my backhand so I can hit the ball harder and it'll land in the court. Well, that actually is a complete misconception, because when the time comes when you have to hit the ball with a lot of power, such as the down the line passing shot, you have to understand that the way that you hit the most power is by hitting a flat ground stroke, which has a lot of weight behind the ball. So the reasons that you want to be able to hit topspin off your backhand side is, number one, to be able to hit higher over the net, to decrease the incidence of error. Number two is that since the ball is rotating forward, when it lands on the court on the other side, it'll accelerate up into your opponent, causing them to mistime it. So the main tip that I have for you today is the ability to be able to have the racket path move from a low to high position. Unfortunately, many people still trying to hit topspin or moving too much through the ball. So as you can see right in here, the racket path has to start below the ball and you have to be able to brush up in behind, causing a forward rotation. One more time, from low to high. Again, have a great day. Come and visit me at Grey-Roxton sometime. Bye-bye now. Hi, my name is Ripley Amell. I'm the director of tennis at the beautiful Grey-Roxton Inn. Today I'd like to talk to you about a concept that bugs many players, is how come your forehand is so much stronger than your backhand side? Really, when you look at it, it's kind of crazy, because when you look at the actual biomechanics of the forehand side, once you prepare the wrist and actually turn the shoulder, your hitting shoulder is behind the body. So what you must do is be able to transfer your weight forward, be able to rotate the hips and shoulders to the point of contact, and then follow through. But you know what? On the backhand side, as soon as you turn sideways, now the hitting shoulder is actually in front of you. But where many people fall victim is that once they turn sideways, they then bring the elbow up. They break the elbow. Now, from a tactical standpoint, this is only good to be able to hit undercut. And if that's what you want tactically, then great. But let's say that you'd like to hit the ball flat, or you'd like to hit the ball with a little bit of topspin. This action right here simply won't work. So what I suggest you do is make sure that when you prepare the racket, that the arm is a little bit more straighter. When the arm is straight, as you bring the racket to the point of contact, you're rotating the arm to the point of contact, and then you're allowing the shoulder to get a little bit more involved. Again, the arm is straight, it rotates to the point of impact, and then starts to lift up. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you sometime at Grey-Roxton. Hi, my name is Ripley Amell. I'm the director of tennis at the beautiful Grey-Roxton Resort in Mont-Tremblant, Quebec. You know, I often pose the question to the groups that come to GoRucks, what in your position is the ultimate weapon in the game of tennis? And I get a number of varied responses. They talk about two-handedness, they talk about a big first serve, they talk about good footwork. But to me, the ultimate weapon in the game of tennis is consistency. That means consistency when you're going for an aggressive shot, consistency when in a defense, consistency when you're in an exchange. One of the ways that we deal with consistency is not only to be able to hit the ball higher over the net or to be able to open your strings up more or slow the speed of the ball down, but more importantly is to know your hitting speed on any given day, because your time and coordination will fluctuate from minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day. Chemically, metabolically, the body's changing all the time. So how hard can I hit the ball today and for it to be in the court? Sometimes we go through the scale. Number 1 would be the slowest ball that you can possibly hit over the net. A number 10 would be the hardest ball that you can hit over the net. But you'll find that you most likely probably are a number 5. And if you are able to go through that scale every time that you walk on the court, in the back of your mind, try and find what that hitting speed is to allow the ball to land in the court. Tip of the day. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you at GoRucks sometime. Hi, my name is Ripley Mel. I'm the director of tennis at the beautiful GoRucks Inn in Mont-Tremblant, Quebec. You know, many people feel when they're playing the game of tennis that they have to be a real fast runners on the tennis court. Actually, nothing can be farther from the truth. You don't have to be a fast runner on the tennis court. What you have to be able to do is change positions on the court quickly, which means a lot of start and goes. Now, what we've done with our junior players and as well with our adults that come to the academy is we've tried to demystify the areas of the court a little bit more. We create what's called a home base right in here. And if we can somehow give you some stimuli to get out of this home base, you're going to find yourself out quickly and right in behind the ball. Once you're behind the ball, you're able to make a more effective, powerful ground stroke from here and then of course recover back into the court. If you didn't have this home base right in this area, you're going to find yourself reacting or acting a little slowly out of here. Once you get to the point of impact, you're going to be a little later on the run, off balance, and probably cause an unforced error. Or worse yet, you're going to feel as if you're being run from side to side. But if you take what I just mentioned by grabbing some old tin cans, ball cans, and going out with a friend and creating these zones and just practice hitting back and forth, getting out of the zone. Tip for the day. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you later.
Hello, hi, I'm Robert Seguso in Boca Raton, Florida. Today I'm going to give you some tips on the backhand. Same as the forehand, you want to try to keep it very simple. It all comes from the shoulders. You want good shoulder rotation. Get in ready position with your racket up nice and high, a nice shoulder turn. Now remember, the racket head is very important. You want to make sure your racket head stays on this side of your body. If you turn and your racket head gets too far behind you, by the time you get your racket head around to contact position, your hands will be too far in front of your racket head and the ball will fly on you. So you want to make sure that the racket head stays on this side of the body. That's very key. All right? After you get a good shoulder turn with your racket up high, let the racket head drop beneath the ball, keeping your shoulder down the whole time. Do not lift up the shoulder. Okay? So as the racket head's high and you let the racket head drop beneath the ball, you drive with the shoulder and your body. And let the racket head come underneath the ball with a nice long follow through. Nice long, good shoulder turn, get underneath the ball, nice long follow through. Hope to see you on the court soon. Hello, hi, I'm Robert Seguso in sunny Boca Raton, Florida. Today I'm going to give you some tips on the backhand volley. Let's start off with the ready position. You want to make sure you're in a nice squat position, almost like you're sitting in a chair with your racket head up in front of you. The things you got to remember on the backhand volley is you want to play it from the shoulder. All right, you want good shoulder turn, nice and short, and make sure you keep your racket in front of you at all times. You don't want your racket going behind your body, otherwise the ball will fly out on you. So from the ready position, okay, just turn the shoulders and keep the racket nice and short, and then use all the power from your momentum of your body. Nice and short. My racket head's nice and still, and I play everything from the shoulders. All the power comes from the shoulders and the momentum of your body and your legs. Hope to see you on the court soon. Hello, hi, I'm Robert Seguso in sunny Boca Raton, Florida. Today I'm going to give you a few tips on the offensive return to serve. The things you have to remember are the court position, where you are in the court, and where you are catching the ball. What you want to try to do is you want to try to get the ball above the waist with your body going forward or below the shoulders. So it depends on how powerful your opponent's serve is. If you are playing somebody with a very powerful serve, just make sure that you take a step back, but you're always going forward to the ball. If you're playing somebody with an easier serve that maybe has a little bit more spin, just move inside the baseline and catch the ball around chest height with all your momentum and everything going forward. So remember, keep your backswing nice and short, keep your momentum going forward into the court, and make sure that everything is going forwards. It's a beautiful day. I hope I see you on the court soon.
Ah, the ball went out. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis from Keough Island Resort at nearby Charleston, South Carolina. What I'm going to show you today is how to take advantage of slow, short balls that land inside the service line and when you're playing singles or doubles. What you've got to do, the key thing on hitting this approach shot is not to let the ball drop. You got to hit the ball at the top of the bounce, right there. You can practice this at home to get the idea of how high you should hit the ball right at this point. You do not want to let the ball drop down below the legs. What will happen is that you're going to hit the ball up and over the net, and it may go out or in the net. So I'd like to demonstrate what happens. you'll notice the ball drops. I'd like to show you right at the top of the bounce, right there. To do that, you must have a short backswing, cock your wrist, nope, not a big backswing, a very short backswing. You slow down if you're too close to the ball, or speed up if you're not close enough to the ball. But either way, you got to hit the ball at the top of the bounce, right there. I guarantee you, it'll give you success on the approach shot. Now, if you try that, you'll improve your approach shot, and it will get your opponents off guard. Hope to see you at beautiful Kiawah Island real soon. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at beautiful Kiawah Island Resort at nearby Charleston, South Carolina. Today we're going to work on improving your volley at net in doubles especially. I'm going to show you how to close the net off of slow balls so you can put the ball away with the least errors as possible. Now let me show you. There's a slow ball. I'm not going after the ball, I'm letting the ball drop. That's going to make me hit the ball up and over the net, and it may cause me to make a lot of errors. What you want to do is cock your wrist at the very beginning. When the ball's hit, you want to go towards the ball and hit the volley on the run to put the ball away very efficiently. You generate the pace through your legs. There's not much motion. It gives you a lot better chance of not making an error. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Don't let the ball come to you. You want to go towards it and attack the ball with the least amount of motion. I want you today to go out with some friends of yours, try closing the net off of slow balls, and you'll find that you'll make a lot of great shots, and you may even win the match. Hope to see you at Kiawah Island real soon. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at beautiful Kiawah Island Resort outside of Charleston, South Carolina. Today we're going to talk about the difficulty of hitting the ball by holding the racket too tight. This is especially a problem with you macho men out there. Let me show you what happens if you hold on too tight. You have a very short follow through, a very abrupt impact point. The ball flies out, you have no control. And what you got to do is learn how to relax during the backswing right here, firm up just slightly at the point of impact without losing control of the racket, and then totally relax at the end. This will give you more feel and more control. It's hard to show you on camera how tight you should be or not be, so what I'm going to do is get an egg in my hand and show you what I mean. During the backswing, you should be very relaxed. During the point of impact, just squeeze it just firm enough without breaking the egg, and then follow through. What happens if you take it back and tighten up at the point of impact too much, you'll break the egg just like that. So whatever you do, you don't want to squeeze so tight that you break the egg on the racket handle. And if you relax just a little bit during the follow through, you have plenty of control, a lot more feel for the game, and hopefully you can beat your opponent. So I hope you go out there and practice this. Don't break any eggs, and see you at Kiawah Island real soon. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at Kiawah Island Resort at nearby Charleston, South Carolina. What I just demonstrated to you is a common problem for those hard hitters who try to hit the ball way too hard. Now let me demonstrate what I just did. By swinging as fast as you can hit, it pulls your body and your eyes off the point of impact. What you've got to do is try to learn how to slow down. Pretend like you're in slow motion to control your swing in your body. What this does, it helps you focus your eyes on the ball longer. It gives you a lot more control. It keeps your body down. It keeps the ball in line with the target. By pulling up fast, you totally lose control of the point of impact. The ball goes off on a tangent, and you have no control. So once again, you want to do very slowly. I'm going to hit the ball right now. Slow, and the ball will go in the net. Hopefully not. Excellent. Slow motion to control your balls if you're having trouble hitting the ball too hard. It keeps the ball in the strings for a long time. You control your body. Now, I hope to see you on the course real soon, and slow down your swing for better results. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at Kiawah Island Resort at nearby Charleston, South Carolina. What we're going to work on today is one of the most common mistakes in serving, and that's dropping your tossing arm. What that does, it pulls down the left side of your body as you're hitting the ball. It pulls your head down, your right shoulder down, and the ball down. To solve the problem, you keep your left arm up as long as you can and then hit the ball. What that does, it keeps your head up. It helps you to be able to hit the ball up on the ball, which will get the ball over the net, and that's your goal. It also keeps your right shoulder back for a longer period of time, which gives you a good shoulder rotation up into the ball, which gives you power as well. So what you want to do is keep your tossing arm up as long as you can as you hit the ball, and then look down later, and your serve will definitely go over the net. So I want you to go out, try it, and you'll have a great time playing the game of tennis. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at Kiawah Island Resort, nearby Charleston, South Carolina. During this next session, we're going to work on the importance of hitting the overhead. The overhead should be your strongest part of your game, and many times it is not. The most common problem with the overhead is not lining the ball up properly. And let me show you some of the mistakes. What I just did then, the problem right then was facing the net. What that does is that you're not able to direct the ball at all. The ball ends up behind you, and you'll end up hitting the ball out or in the net. It's very difficult also to watch the ball if you're facing the net. Your head will go down, and you get off balance as well. What you want to do is learn how to turn sideways immediately with your racket ready, put your tossing arm up in front of you and to your right if you're right-handed, or in front of you to your left if you're left-handed. What this does, it allows you to hit the ball out in front of you. It keeps you on balance, and you can put the ball away. You use your left hand as if you're going to catch the ball to line up the ball. If you do that, I guarantee you, you're going to improve your overhead and it'll be one of your favorite shots. So go out on the courts today, it's a beautiful day, and hit some beautiful overheads for me. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at Kiawah Island Resort from nearby beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. Today we're going to talk about a common problem when you volley the ball. The last thing you want to do when you volley is hit the ball back in the net or make it bounce up for your opponent to hit it right to him. So I'm going to show you what I don't want you to do. You'll notice my racket head is not moving, it's just reaching out, lining up with the ball. What that does, all you can do is go forward or flip down on the ball, making the ball bounce straight up, or it may go in the net. To solve this problem and to be able to put the ball away from your opponent, you want to cock your wrist back, lining up the ball with the butt of your racket. This has the racket head above the ball, which enables you to be able to volley down into the court and make the ball go away. Now watch. I raise my hand up, lined up with the ball, and then I put the ball away. It definitely will improve your volley, and you'll have a lot more winners when you play doubles and singles. So go out on the courts, try it, and enjoy the game of tennis. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at Kiawah Island Resort, nearby beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. What I just showed you just then was the problems with facing the net on the return to serve. By facing the net, it keeps you from being able to follow through properly on the ball, it keeps you off balance, and you have no control. What you want to do is try to get down low, turn sideways the second you know where the ball is going with the upper body, on both forehand or backhand. You turn first. The ball's right to you, you can turn and back up. The ball's far away, you can turn and spring over to your right. Either way, the first thing you do is you turn sideways with the upper part of your body to give you the balance you need to line your body up with your target, which will give you a lot more control. The service return is a very important part of the game, and all you got to do is work on this one concept, and you definitely will improve your service return. So I want you to go out today, have your friend serve a few balls, and work on turning sideways for improving your service return. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at beautiful Kiawah Island, South Carolina, near Charleston, South Carolina. Today we're going to talk about one of the most common problems on the ground strokes, and that's either overrunning the ball or underrunning the ball. And that has to do with your footwork. You've got to learn how to take small steps and slow down when you get close to the ball and speed up when the ball's too far away. So let me demonstrate. You'll notice I was too close to the ball. Here, I stopped too soon. What you can do to practice this on the court, you can take a ball yourself, throw the ball away from you, small steps, get the ball right in your racket length away from you, and throw the ball away from you so you can practice running, line it up without overrunning, and skipping back to center. That will give you better judgment on how far away you are from the ball. So work on your footwork, turn sideways, line it up, taking small steps, skip back to center, small steps, line it up, hit it, skip, last time, small steps. A little bit of footwork will definitely improve your game. So to go on the courts, get a friend, throw some balls, practice your footwork, and you'll find your ground strokes will definitely improve. I hope to see you at Keogh Island real soon. I missed it. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at Keogh Island Resort near beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. I'm going to talk about the problems if you don't move your feet when the ball's in the air. What I just showed you is a good example of what a lot of people do when they're playing singles or doubles. They're off balance, they don't prepare until the ball bounces. What happens is that when the ball bounces, you don't have time to get the racket back and to step into the ball. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'd like you to do. You back up and step into the ball. If you move your feet when the ball's in the air, you turn sideways, you skip back, you have time now to hit the ball out in front of you and control the ball with your follow through. Now you can practice this at home. You can practice by facing forward like this, turning sideways, skipping back, skipping forward, and take a big follow through. I'll demonstrate again. Shift back, step. Shift back, step forward. All the way back. The ball's way out in front of me this way. It helps you control the ball. You can see it better out in front of you, and you'll end up with a beautiful forehand or backhand by moving your feet before the ball bounces, preparing early. So I want you to go home, do it in your house or on the court. You can practice shifting back, shifting forward, and taking a step for better ground strokes. I hope to see you soon at Keogh Island. Hi, I'm Roy Barth, the Director of Tennis at beautiful Keogh Island near Charleston, South Carolina. What I just showed you is probably the most common mistake in tennis, not watching the ball properly. And when you do that, you pull your head up too soon to see where the ball goes. What that does, it causes you to miss-hit the ball, make the ball go all over the court, and you lose total control. What you want to do is freeze your eyes at the point of impact during the follow-through, and I'd like to demonstrate. Freeze it right here. What this does, it helps you hit the ball in the center of the strings, which gives you a lot more control and power. It helps you to be able to have a nice long follow through that's very smooth instead of pulling up very quickly. And that gives you a lot of control and power. And it helps you just to see a ball a lot closer. So I'll do it one more time, watch real closely. Freeze your eyes to success. So I'd like to see you get out on the court, try watching the ball, and I guarantee you, you'll improve your game 25%.
Hello, my name is Samuel Villas, Director of Tennis Instruction at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort. In a beautiful day like today, we're going to concentrate on the volleys. Okay, one of the main problems with the volleys is developing power. Most of the players like to attack the ball a little bit too early and giving a big step and trying to be out of position. One of the things we should try to concentrate on the volleys is allowing the ball to come to you a little bit more. Your opponent is trying to do two things. One, he's trying to pass you. Another one's trying to hit the ball over your head, which means that 90% of the balls, they are not going to bounce in front of you. So give yourself time to have a better positioning, waiting for the ball. As the ball approaches you, all you think of doing is spanking the ball in front and letting the racket and the hand do the work for you. And if you concentrate a little bit more and giving a little spank with the hand instead of using so much arm and shoulders, you'll be able to concentrate a little bit more on placement and at the same time developing a little bit more power. So with this little tip here, we can try to get out there on the tennis court. We go out there on the sunny day, practice the volleys, and remember to play to win, not to avoid losing. Hello, my name is Samuel Villas, Director of Tennis at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort in Florida. We're going to be talking today about the forehand and what to do with the opposite arm as we strike the ball. We're working on trying to develop a muscle memory on the follow-through. Notice that when I'm hitting the ball, my opposite hand stays stationary. It's almost like if you're drinking, like if you have a glass of water on your hand. I'd have my glass of water in this hand. As I'm making contact, I try to pour the glass of water over my shoulders. That allows the racket to stay with the ball a little bit longer and not the shoulders to lift a little bit too soon when we hit. Keeping the hand in front, like you notice in a lot of the top players, force your shoulders to stay level and to be able to continue the follow-through a little bit simple. So all we're going to be trying to do is to concentrate on the point of contact and being able to finish up at the end where the butt of the racket will be pointing at your opponent as the opposite hand is holding the racket. And with this tip, all we like to do is to have everybody get out on the tennis court and practice that forehand that we're going to make you famous. That's better. Hi there, my name is Samuel Villas, Director of Tennis Instruction at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort. And this beautiful day, we're going to concentrate on how to move to the ball. One of the most important parts of moving to the ball is your feet. And how we're going to allow the feet to move is by allowing your hidden side of the body to make the first move. If I ask you to move to, as you're looking at me, if you ask you to move to the right, are you going to step back to start walking to the side, or are you going to cross your leg to try to walk in that direction, or are we going to give a simple step and then continue moving to the shot? That's how we control the footwork and tennis. So as the ball comes to me, the first thing I do is step over, get set, and I follow through. That allows me to get position and to get my body into the direction. If I stand facing you and the first step is here, look what's happening to my knee. It's already flexed. I have the strength here to step in, hit, and make the follow through. Once I step forward back here, I'm going to be able to allow the ball to drop too low. But if you concentrate on stepping over and pushing off that foot at the end, you'll be able to have a little bit more footwork. And with this, we're going to end, and I hope you get out there in the beautiful weather and concentrate on the footwork. Sorry. Hello, how you doing today? My name is Samuel Villas, Director of Tennis Instruction at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort in Lombard, Key, Florida. It's a beautiful day, as you see. We're gonna work, and the point today is, do I need a two-handed backhand or a one-handed backhand? The difference between a two-handed backhand and a one-handed backhand is that in a two-handed backhand, the opposite hand, me being right-handed, the opposite hand is the power of the strokes. The two-handed backhand is no different than hitting a left-handed forehand if you're righty, and vice versa if you're lefty. So allowing the left hand to bring the racket with a shorter backswing and keeping your right arm as a guidance for the follow-through, you utilize both hands that being together, holding two forehand grips and extending the arm all the way through until you finish the swing. Now it's only one small problem in a two-handed backhand. I cannot reach too much for those white balls. That's where the one-handed backhand comes handy, because you have a little bit more extension. The one-handed backhand, utilizing again, I'm a righty, taking the left hand and pulling the racket back and then releasing as I'm ready to make contact. That allows me to get a little bit more extension on the point of contact and a nice, comfortable follow-through. The two-handed backhand, you allow your hips to open up as you hit and to get a little bit momentum. When you hit the ball and your body stays sideways, you get no follow-through and you lose control. So allow the body to open up when you hit. Hello, my name is Samuel Villas. I'm Director of Instruction at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort in Lombard, Key, Florida. With a beautiful day like today, we're going to be covering how to move for high balls, for those impossible shots. One of the problems that most of us has is that when we stand next to the baseline, we never move from here. It's like buying a little piece of real estate. I pay too much, I'm not moving. But if the ball comes real high, very hard to play a ball from up here. The reasons why: my arm is up and it's easier to drop a racket than to try to lift it. So that's when we hit the ball too short or in the bottom of the net. So as we see the ball coming high, the first thing to do is to slightly turn, move back as far as you can, get behind the ball. So when you're making contact with the ball, should be waist level, where the arm is hitting from low to high. You hit the ball high and deep, you will give your opponent the same amount of the same shot, and you have a better positioning for the next ball. It's like we always say, but hit the ball, but every foot you go back is a foot higher that you want to hit. So think of hitting the ball as you're going back from low to high, and end up the point by hitting the ball over your opponent. If you see your local pro, he will help you a little bit more on how to control those shots. Hi, I just finished winning the point of my drop shot. My name is Samuel Villas, Director of Tennis Instruction at the Colony Beach and Tennis Resort. On a beautiful day like today, No clouds in the sky, the sun is warm. We're going to concentrate a little bit more on how to improve our drop shots in tennis. One of the main things in tennis when we hit a drop shot is not to do so much with the arm and not so much with the wrist. By allowing your grips go from the backhand to the forehand on your backhand side, I'm going to hit a backhand drop shot, but I'm utilizing my forehand grip. That allows the racket angle to open a little bit more and becomes easier to put a little bit more backspin on the shot. One of the problems on the drop shot is that when we do hit a drop shot, the ball never has enough backspin, allowing the opponent to get to the shot. Very simple. You have your ready position. Your opponent hits the ball to your backhand. You see that easy ball. Allow the grip to change to the forehand. And as you're making contact with the ball, the racket angle opens by itself. Very simple to develop that backspin, and you'll be able to hit a successful drop shot. With that, you can finish any match in any game with a nice drop shot and get out there on the tennis court and really work very hard on that drop shot.